common mistakes when you select a journal. First of all, we all want to go very, very high. That means it's a common mistake to overestimate the importance of the work to a wider audience. And the wider audience are the large global journals, top league, of course, Nature, Cell, and Science. And they have rejection rates, desk rejection rates, that don't even get sent out to the reviewers of over 60, sometimes over 80%. And this is something that we need to know. We might need to put a lot of work in to shoot for the highest journal possible, but it might be that there's just no way that this is really relevant to a wider audience. So we need to really determine that. So again, here it's journal scope, journal fit, audience fit as the major factor, whether you are having a good success for publication or not. The other common mistake is to not follow the instructions to authors to the letter. That means really in every single detail. I often tell that in such webinars, guidelines to authors are probably one of the most boring documents that you'll have to read, but they're also one of the most important ones, because you need to imagine the job of the editor on the other side. If you get a manuscript, and there's certain guidelines for the publication, for the manuscript submission, that means boring stuff like what kind of font, what's the spacing, how many pages max, word limits, page layout. It's really, really incredibly dull and has nothing to do with your scientific work at all. But if the manuscript comes in, it's formatted in a certain way. Before the editor gets it, even to look at, this is sent through an automated, fully automated check on these requirements, because it's super easy to count words in different sections, and it's super easy to count figures and check if this is the right file format and so on. And if this comes back negative, two things happen. Either the editor has no choice but to reject it right away. That's a typical feeling. It's, yes, you didn't stick to the submission to authors. It's out of the system. It is rejected. You might be able to resubmit, maybe not. And that's annoying because it's extremely avoidable. Second thing, if the editor still gets the paper with a flag, please tell them to reduce the word limit. That's the first impression you make to a person that's deciding on that submission. And even if they are the fairest person in the world and they would only decide on the reviewer comments and not anything else, you've already given them the impression the first time that you might not pay close attention to detail. And that's really, really important. You only have one chance to make that first submission. So that's the most common reasons, really. And it's incredible that there's a lot of desk rejections because of not sticking to the guidelines to authors. I'll add one more thing that we've also seen, and that is suboptimal language. So that means grammar and typo errors, which can also be very well avoided. And if there's too many of them, and too many is already just only a few, it can also lead to a desk rejection and a helpful hint to maybe clean up the language. The help of a professional editor or with a colleague with better language skills. That unfortunately happens. English is the language of science. Everything needs to happen in English. And I think none of us here in the meeting are native speakers. But that is important. But also this can be very well taken care of with the help of editors, with the help of AI tools a little bit as well. So a lot can be done there.